Welcome to Mastery Podcast, where story unlocks the secret of an empowered and abundant life. I am your host, Dr. Sass, and we have here with us Ron Wadley today. And Ron, Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron and Sprocket Expert Optimizations are trusted partners helping you unlock the deep mysteries of digital marketing using SEO, technology, and social media. They have different ways and help you grow your business from the podcast Uncle Ron's Porch all the way up to done for you monthly deliverables. If you are serious about growing your business through organic online marketing efforts, let Uncle Ron and his team help you out. Welcome, Ron. Welcome to Mastery Podcast.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been looking forward to it since we first talked.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, wealth of knowledge. And let me ask you this before we go on into some other questions. Sprocket Expert Optimization. That's the play on word that you come up with for your company's name. What does that mean? What does it stand for?
So if you notice in Sprocket Expert Optimizations, the first letter is S and then E and then O. We focus on that organic search engine optimization. So Sprocket Expert Optimizations was a play for us in a Sprocket. I am a cyclist. I was on a bike at 5:30 this morning, getting some miles in before I came to spend some time with you. And when you look at the rear wheel of a bicycle, there are little gears back there. Those are called sprockets. And as you move the chain through those gears, through those sprockets, you accelerate your bike. Our goal is to help you accelerate the growth of your business through search engine optimization.
Nice. Beautifully done. I mean, I was like, what is Sprocket? I'm not a cyclist. I mean, I know how to ride bicycle, but I have no idea what a Sprocket is. And it is SEO. Amazing.
Yeah. Sprockets are more than just bicycles. They are gears, and different gears can help you go faster. And so that's how we chose the name of the company and landed where we did.
Nice. Smartly named. So let me ask you this, Ron. Why do people in your circles call you Uncle Ron?
So when you think about your uncle, they're the person who teaches you all the things that your parents probably don't want you to know. They're the fun people in your family, typically. Yeah. And when you're given a nickname, you have to run with it. And I have a great group of friends and colleagues and mentors that I have learned to market with. And along the way, one of them called me Uncle Ron. I'm not sure which one it was, but the name stuck. And when I ask why they call me Uncle Ron, it's because they credited me with teaching them and helping them to learn how to market their business and grow their business in the same way that I have done my own.
Nice. You know, my uncle taught me how to play tennis, and he was my Uncle Ron, right? not because my parents don't want to teach me tennis, they just don't know how to play tennis. Yeah. So Uncle Ron's a nice name. Why do you love the marketing of business?
So I'm competitive. I grew up playing sports. Basketball was a love. Racing, I was a runner as a kid. I've raced bikes as an adult. I need some form of competition. And when you think about growing a business, most people, marketing is this black box, this mystical thing. They know they need to do it, but they don't know how. And I look at marketing as a game. Yeah. How can I make Dr. Sass choose to do business with me? Can I do that through storytelling or whatever that mechanism is? And so learning how to market, it's a game to me. How can I make you take action? And I love sharing that with other people and helping them do the same thing so that they can win.
Nice. It's like if you love what you do, right, and you make like a game or, make it fun, then work is not work.
No, it's
like
not work.
Play.
It is.
It's enjoyable. Every day you go in and work, it's like, building Legos, right?
And when you can build with other people and help them explore and subsequently explode with that knowledge and put it to use and see them build a really cool Lego set that you never even considered, and they did that themselves, and you see their success, that's a really rewarding feeling.
That's the true reward, right?
Being able to, it's one thing to do it for yourself and to win, but it's another thing to help someone else and see them win and succeed, because it's not a zero-sum game. We can all win and prosper together. Yeah. And so being able to share that with other people is an incredible feeling.
Nice. Thank you for that. And how did you get into SEO in the first place, and how do you use it to grow businesses?
So I got there in a roundabout way. 10 years ago, I walked away from a 6-figure corporate job and knew that I had to do something different. And I opened an insurance agency here in Dallas-Fort Worth. And through that process, I had to try to figure out how to find customers, because people think, the insurance agents, they just go to the golf course every afternoon at 3, and that's not the case, because you have to make money before you can do that. I learned old school techniques from various people, whether that be cold calling, direct mail, knocking on doors, whatever those older school mechanisms were. Those didn't make sense to me. I'm a technology kind of guy, and I knew that people were online. And so I first started by learning how to manipulate and use social media. And, we've sold millions of dollars of insurance doing that. But then that ecosystem, that sphere was only so big. Where can I go next? And then I began to explore how to advertise online. I didn't like paying for advertising. Well, how can we do it without paying? Well, that's where the search engine optimization comes in. We do it through organic search. And so I began to learn from various people, trial and error. I had the brilliant fortune to meet an individual who was actually on an advisory board for Google.
Oh, wow.
Unlocked many secrets for me. And I was like, okay, let's do this.
They introduced me to that person.
Right. And he began to teach me and invest in me. And I began to deploy the things that he was explaining to me, that he was teaching to me. And so we began to see success with it. And when you begin to see success, you want to do more and more and more. And you keep acquiring skills and knowledge. And, we're up in this crazy marketplace that is insurance right now. Everybody's complaining. We connect with people and help them find solutions to their problems, answers to their questions. And we do that through organic search engine. And as a result, they choose to do business with us, and our business continues to grow, and we're up 25% year over year.
Wow. Nice. It's better when people who are looking for the solution find you than you trying to go to look for the right prospect, right?
So prospecting takes a different turn when you are putting out information that you want them to see. So if you think about fishing, have you ever fished?
Yeah.
So I like to go into the mountains where trout live and use little tiny flies to try to attract trout. Trout are funny creatures, and they're very spooked creatures when they know that you're around and you're trying to catch them. So the game is to try to put the right bug, because they eat bugs out of the water, in front of them. If you go during the snow melt runoff in the spring, you're having to use a very different bug than you are in the late part of the summer when the water is more calm and the bugs sit on top. People are the same way. You have to, when you present the information that they're looking for, you've weeded out people that don't operate how you want to operate. So it allows you to target your ideal customer from the beginning.
Bugs.
I give them different bugs. That's right.
I laugh when you say, do I fish? I wouldn't call it fishing because I went with my parents, right, when I was younger, just first moved to the US, never fished before. I would hand my mom the fishing gear and she would put the earthworm on the hook and then I would swing it into the water and then the fish bite and then I bring it out and then hand my mom the fish.
she would take it off the hook and put a new worm on.
Yeah, I pretty much just hold.
So you were just catching, not fishing.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's a nice way, I think, for kids to just be outdoor.
Yes.
Right now, I love animals too much that I'm not a vegan, but I don't think I can do that anymore.
We put the fish back in the water. We catch and release.
Yeah.
And my 10-year-old daughter, I took her to New Mexico and let her fish a couple of times this summer, and she was starting to figure out how to get those bugs in the water and what to do, once the fish was on the hook.
Yeah. Wow. It's another story, but we can talk about fishing all day long. I have no idea about fishing, so I'm sure you can teach me a lot of stuff. Now, what is the most rewarding thing about being an entrepreneur for you?
The work is hard. It doesn't matter if you're employed. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. We all go through those growth periods, those challenging times. Things can be hard. Mm-hmm. But if you enjoy it, it's not hard. And being able to watch the growth of something from nothing, if you think about, we'll use another story, you think about the farmer who puts that seed in the ground with faith and water, and he works the land, he works the ground, and he watches that seed germinate, and those first shoots come up through the ground, and you can get excited.
Right.
But as the shoots begin to grow and that plant begins to get bigger, entrepreneurship is the same way. You put those seeds in the ground, you work the ground, you water the ground, you watch the shoots come up, and the next thing you know, you have a way to provide for your family. You have a way to employ other people and give them an opportunity to provide for their family. And that feeling of being able to do that from the ground up is incredible.
Yeah,
it's also powerful to show to your children that they can do. They don't have to take the safe path. They can pursue their dreams and their visions and their goals.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you're a great example for your kids.
I try to be.
We all try, right? The best we can. Now, what is the one thing that you want your children, talking about children, to know about their adult lives?
That they don't have to do it the same way that their friends do. So I have 2 daughters. One of them is out of the house now, and she is pursuing her path. And the thing that I've told her is you don't have to do it like your friends do. You don't have to do it like some people in society will tell you. You have to discover your path. You have to walk that path. I tell my younger daughter who's still at home, the 10-year-old, we are showing her that it's okay to think differently and pursue the big visions, the big dreams that she has. I want both of my daughters to be successful, but they don't have to be successful like I am. They don't have to be successful like their mom. They can be successful in their own way. Right. And entrepreneurship allows them to do that.
Right. Beautifully said. I taught my children the same way. I was like, you do what you love. That's it. If you feel like you want to take a break off from schooling and you want to go find yourself traveling around the world, backpacking, if you can fund that trip,
absolutely,
go ahead and go. And if you want to work for a little bit and just find what you love to do, then that's fine too. I mean, success, right? When you define success, it doesn't need to be what society said.
Well, and our education system is changing dramatically, right? Mm-hmm. And college is becoming exorbitantly expensive. Now, I benefited greatly from going to college. The network of people from that ecosystem mm-hmm. has been a massive benefit to me as an adult.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that every kid has to do that.
Exactly.
There's more than one way to get there. Yeah. And as our means of learning change over time, we can acquire the skills and the knowledge that we need in even non-traditional ways so that we can still be successful at those things that we love and we want to do.
Right, exactly. And you acquired the knowledge of SEO in a kind of a non-traditional way.
Very non-traditional.
Yeah, you got your degree and all the stuff and went through the corporate world and all the stuff. And now you're the SEO expert. And Uncle Ron's Porch is it's Ron's podcast.
It is. So we drop that podcast Monday through Friday mm-hmm. at 8:00 in the morning. It's 5 to 10 minutes of how to systematically deploy SEO in your local business. And
I'll check out your channel.
I give away the secrets to my boring old habits that have allowed me to grow my business in ways that I didn't even think possible when I first started.
I see. And where can they find your podcast, Uncle Ron's Porch?
So it's on all of the major delivery platforms, iTunes, Spotify, all of them that are out there. You can also go to uncleronsporch.sprocketops.com and you can find it there as well.
Beautiful. I definitely will check out your podcast. And if they want to work with you, and people want to find what you're about, what your company is about, and your website is? SprocketOps.com. And you can find information about our done-for-you services specifically there. You can also connect with us. I'm also easy to find on social media, and I'm happy to connect with folks there and talk in a format that they're comfortable with there. The other thing that we're about to do is to launch a 6-week boot camp challenge where you will learn the deep, dark secrets of our boring old habits. And at the end of that challenge period, you will have content on your website that will be optimized for search engine. Nice. I'm sure a lot of people will love to take up that challenge, and maybe you see me.
We would love to have you, Dr. Sass.
But I love to learn. I love to learn about everything and anything that make business grow, and that's why this Mastery podcast is all about. It's about supporting entrepreneurs. It's about supporting change makers out there, and people who are out there making a difference, a good difference in the world. And Uncle Ron is one of them.
Uncle Ron is here to help you.
Thank you so much, Uncle Ron, for being here.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
There you have it, Ron Wadley with Sprocket Expert Optimization and Uncle Ron's Porch podcast. And thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much, Ron.
You're welcome.